Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Barry, that Goat Metal Show, on Sunday, December 12th, 2021. Hope everybody's doing good on this Sunday. It's 10 o'clock in the morning over here. First and foremost, before I continue, I know not too much in sports, but I just, I'm a big freaking fan of my local soccer team, my local football team, New York City Football Club, who just won the MLS Cup yesterday. It was a fantastic game. I'm so proud that New York got a title again. We haven't had a title in a while here in New York, so it was just fun to see your team go and win a title. So I want to give props to that team, and thanks for making me a bigger fan of soccer. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm now, love it. Big fan. Big fan. All right. So, back into the metal. All right, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do an after video of Auditory Assault with you guys, with my man DJ Box Frank. We had a really good show on Friday. We played some great songs. There was a lot of songs there that I threw into the mix that had some good meaning to it. We were discussing, me and Frank were basically discussing some of the songs that we used to listen to as far as getting into bands that had demos, where we felt the demos had more, have a better sound than the studio releases. And one of those songs that I put up on there was Subzero's Boxed In. I think they had like 2 demos at the time. So when I spoke to Frank and I said we needed to get that song in there, he was like, which one? And I said, the one that has the Geiger cover. And he understood. He already knew which one I was talking about. So we played it. And, when you hear that demo, that was one of the demos, and one of the, that influenced me a lot when I was starting my band. And, they're a hardcore band, but the music in there that they threw in there, they had a nice arrangement of mixes in there. And I think that's where you could feel all the elements, even though it was just great. It's I don't know. I'll put the Subzero demo. I think they have it out there. YouTube, somebody has it out there. I'll dig it up, throw it out on the link so you guys can check it out yourselves. It is a fantastic demo. Whoever engineered that demo for them should, I don't know where he's at right now. It's fantastic. So I want to give props to my man Rich, the silent producer, for always, for supporting. He was out, listening to the podcast. He was out on the chats. Everybody who's on out there, just so happy to be a part of that community and that family. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the subs. I appreciate it. But let's also get into some other stuff here. We played one of the songs that we did get to play. We played one of the brand new songs of Crowbar. Okay, the new album Zero and Below is it's coming out, but I think they put out the single for was it Chemical Gods, and if you heard it, it's a fantastic song. It's Crowbar. It's the way Crowbar is supposed to be. I am so happy with it. Can't go wrong. The guys are just you can just hear the feel of it. It just sounds amazing. So happy that Crowbar is coming out with good music. It's a bunch of bands coming out with great music too. I also recently just heard the whole album, which one of the most brutal death metal albums I've heard in a long time. To be honest with you, Pyrexia. The album is called Gravitas Maximus. Okay, I'll leave the link in there too. So it's based. Somebody he put up the whole album so you can listen to it. Man, the album is brutal as fuck. I am so impressed with that Pyrexia album. I mean, it just doesn't have me saying anything how good it is. It's so good, brutal. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with good, brutal death metal. Okay, can't go wrong. Also, we're in that time frame where we start talking about albums, birthday, album release dates. And one album in particular, which has been a big influence album for years, influenced many a bands, from black metal, death metal, thrash, you name it, is Venom. Okay, Venom's Welcome to Hell turned 40 years old. Came out December 1st, 1982. Now, December 1st, 1982, I was about 7 years old. No, 8. I was 8 years old. Wasn't really into metal yet. So I couldn't really tell you if I had an experience listening to it for the first time. I didn't listen to that album until I got into my teens. But it's a fantastic album. It's Venom. That album influenced, forget it, Welcome to Hell. You can't go wrong. And also in other anniversaries, even though it's a November release, but I want to talk about it because I feel they deserve it. Broken Hope. Swamp Thing Gore came out November 21st. Yeah, November 21st, 1991. Now, back in that time, we already know there was a splurge of death metal bands coming out, and these guys just had, what attracts you is the uniqueness. When you have a unique sound and a unique feel to the music, as brutal as it is, it's something that you just always going to remember. Swamp Thing Gore did that to us when we first heard it. It was like a smack in the face. It just took some guts and threw it in your face. It's just great. Those first couple of albums, big fan. I was glad to see them play live a couple of times. One of the best ones I saw was them playing in Deathstock. They opened up for Cannibal Corpse and Unleashed, which was a fantastic show. But they're still playing to this day. They're still putting out brutal shit. Hey, happy 30th to you guys. Happy 40th to Venom. Welcome to Hell. Also, December 3rd, we just had the birthday of the man, Ozzy Osbourne. Now, I mind you, Ozzy is a staple point when it comes to metal and to the metal community. He is, you could say one of the godfathers of metal. When he was with Black Sabbath. Am I a really big Ozzy fan? No, not really. I mean, I appreciate him. I like some of his stuff. I'm not like this huge Ozzy fan. And to be honest with you, I like Ronnie James Dio more in Black Sabbath than I did, Ozzy. But that's up for debate, I'm sure, right? But I Ozzy, he gets total respect from me. I mean, the fact that he made it to 73 years old says a lot, man. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one to say that, with all the stuff Ozzy's been through in his life, how he's outlasted a lot of the people younger than him says a lot. And he's got a strong will. And much props to you, Ozzy. Happy birthday. Okay? And before I end this, I wanted to go and just touch base on something. I had spoken to a good friend of mine I hadn't heard from in a while. Give props to my man Ryan Taylor. Now, if that name sounds familiar to some people, especially most of the people in the Florida, music scene, Ryan Taylor is now the singer for Malevolent Creation, the guitarist and singer for Malevolent Creation. Blew my mind. He had his first show with, from my understanding, when we were talking, he told me he's been with them already for about a year, but he didn't get a chance to really do nothing with them, or because of the whole COVID thing. So just recently, he had his first show. I think it was sometime in November, early November. He had his first show with them. I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out. The footage is the back end of the stage. So, I mean, you really don't get to, get the full blunt of the music and everything, but you get to see him perform. Everything seems to be on point. I'm just so proud of this kid, man. I remember when Alex Marquez would call me. He was coming up to New York to play a show with a side band, and he was in the band. And at that time, Ryan was 17 years old, something like that, 17. And he told me that this kid is way ahead of his time, and you see it in his guitar playing, you see it in his performance, you see the way he interacts with people. He was a very mature-minded individual who knew his shit. And then after that, he became the singer of Solstice, and then just like most members of Solstice, they graduate and become members of Malevolent Creation. I think it's fucking fantastic, man. And I give Ryan 110% shouts and congrats, man. I'm so proud of him. Again, he is a fantastic musician, fantastic guitarist. He goes in with his vocals, he does a great job. And I know that Malevolent Creation would not took him in if they didn't see that he could hold his own, and for a guy who's a young guy, he's about 26 now, if I'm not mistaken. I get a chance, I'll speak to Ryan again. He has the mindset of a veteran, a mature veteran who knows his shit. And I give him a lot of props, all right? A lot of props to him. But see if we get a chance, we were talking maybe getting him on the podcast, maybe get an interview, and that would be cool, So we'll see how that goes about. But that's it for now. Guys. Just make sure, I'll leave some of those links in the description. You get a chance, check out some of that stuff. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a share. Help spread that Goat Metal show to the masses. I appreciate it. Make sure you check out our podcast, Auditory Assault, on every Friday from 9 to 11 on Metal Messiah Radio. That's I co-host with DJ Box, my man Frank, and we just like to just play nothing but brutal and great metal music for the masses that maybe you haven't heard in a while. Okay, but that's it for now, guys. Again, like, share, subscribe. Also, don't forget, go onto my Facebook, check out the Sith Lords merch. I have, I'm putting up some new stuff to a lot of you geeks out there who's into anime. I'm putting up some Japanese anime stuff up, so you give that a look, and I'm putting out some more, get some more metal shit going too as well. So if you have any ideas, shoot me a message. All right, guys, you take care, and this is Barry, that Goat Metal Show. Stay brutal.